Hey, Phil. I just got back from the gynecologist.
How did it go?
Well, I'm finally pregnant. Can you believe it? We're finally gonna have a baby.
OMG, that's great. I can't believe it. I'm gonna be a dad.
I know, right? Even when I was looking at the ultrasound, it still didn't feel real.
Did they give you a picture of it? I want to see.
Yeah, but the baby's just a little white speck right now. It's more of a memento of becoming pregnant.
Thank you so much for everything you've gone through. I know the infertility treatments were really brutal. This is all thanks to you. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate what you've done for us.
It wasn't all me. You did your part too. But no matter how much we did to get here, the real hard work starts now.
You're right. I'm gonna try 10 times harder at work now to support our new family. Of course, I'll be helping around the house as much as I can. Plus, I'll do my part with raising the new baby.
I'm counting on you. I was thinking about when to tell both of our parents. Would you mind if we waited a few months? I'd feel better about it after we know the baby's growing and is healthy.
I'm fine with whatever you think is best. But you know my mom. She's been a real pest lately, asking about when we're gonna give her a grandchild. I'm totally cool with whatever. But don't you think it might be better to tell her sooner rather than later? I feel like you're gonna snap if you hear her ask about it again.
As much as I want to tell her and everyone else, the first few months of pregnancy are really unstable. The chances of losing the baby are still pretty high. It would really make me feel better waiting until we know everything's okay.
Gotcha. No worries. Let's do that then. I'm sure she won't mind waiting a little while longer.
Great. Thanks for understanding. Honestly though, I'm a twig, so I might start showing pretty early. We might not even need to tell anyone. They'll see it for themselves. I can't tell you how relieved I am that we're finally pregnant. I think I can take your mom pestering us at this point.
Sorry, my mom isn't very sensitive to these kinds of things. I try to be strict with her when she gets abrasive, but no matter what I say, she never changes.
You don't have to apologize for her. I get why she feels the way she does. I mean, I am older than you, so she's probably worried if I can have kids at all at my age.
She's just very impatient and traditional. Not the best combination. But it's not even like it's impossible to have a baby in your 30s. I don't know what she's thinking.
Well, we've obviously proven it's possible. I just hope she'll be in a better mood once we tell her I'm pregnant.
I hope so too. If not, I'll be even more strict with her. Don't think you have to be best friends with her or anything. I'm sure she's gonna try to be around even more to impart her wisdom.
I can handle it, don't worry.
Anyway, did you find out if it's a boy or a girl yet?
It's way too early to find that out. We have to wait a while to see.
Oh, okay. I'm fine with either a boy or a girl. I can't wait to start thinking of names. Plus, once we find out, we can start buying clothes and toys and paint the room blue or pink.
I think you're getting ahead of yourself. Although it's adorable that you're this excited.
Of course I am.
Trust me, I am too.
How are you feeling? Any changes? Or is it too early for that too?
I'm totally fine now. Although I'm not looking forward to morning sickness. But until then, I'll be okay, I think.
Gotcha. Well, we have to make sure you're completely taken care of. Don't overdo it or go and catch a cold or anything. If you ever need or want anything, don't hesitate to ask me.
I'll be fine for now. For the first few weeks, it'll be like I'm not even pregnant. Life will be the same as always. But once my tummy starts getting bigger, I'll definitely be counting on you for a lot.
I'm here for whatever you need. Anyway, I gotta get back to work.
Okay. I hope the rest of your day is good, Daddy. Summer, did you get the things I sent you? Hey, Mom. Yep, I got everything. Thank you for all the vitamins and books on pregnancy you sent. No need to thank me. It's the least I can do. I'm glad you're finally pregnant. Make sure to take all those vitamins to make sure you give birth to a big, healthy baby. Okay, I'll do my best. You said you're already 5 months pregnant, right? Why didn't you tell me sooner? Well, Phil and I decided to wait until the baby got a little bit bigger before we told anyone. The risk of miscarriage is really high in the first few months. Sorry it took us so long for us to tell you. We just wanted to be 100% sure first. Well, you made me extra worried since you're getting close to the age you can't have kids. That's why I always asked you about being pregnant. The clock is ticking. Sorry. It's fine, I suppose. Anyway, you didn't mention the other package I sent you. You know, the refrigerated pack of beef liver. Liver is full of very healthy vitamins and nutrients. Be sure to eat up so that baby gets the proper vitamins. Oh, yeah, I got it. But my doctor told me that pregnant women should avoid eating liver. Other kinds of meat are fine, though, as long as they're cooked all the way through. I went through the trouble of sending it, but you aren't going to eat it? Liver is healthy and delicious. I insist you eat some. I'd love to, but like I said, the doctor told me I shouldn't. Plus, my morning sickness has been really bad lately. I can barely keep anything down. Just the smell of certain foods makes me feel really sick. So you're not eating? That's not good. You need to eat for the baby. There are certain things I can eat, but it's just a very narrow selection. My body is just really fighting back when it comes to eating. It won't go to waste, though. I know that Phil makes liver and onions, so he'll be happy to eat it. I'm a bit worried, if I'm being honest. Morning sickness is preventing you from getting the nutrition that you need. I'll be okay. No need to worry. The doctors have told me everything is going fine so far in the pregnancy. But everyone knows that pregnant women need to eat as much as possible, even if it comes back up. Actually, I'm gaining weight despite the morning sickness, which is a good thing. I have an idea. Why don't you come over this weekend for dinner? We need to have a proper celebration for you getting pregnant. I'll make you food so delicious you'll forget all about your sickness. Oh, you don't have to go through all that. Just the fact that you're happy is more than enough. There's no need to celebrate. And even though I know your cooking is delicious, I'd feel so rude if I wasn't able to eat it all. I'll only make the things I know you can eat. I want to make sure you're getting the nutrients you need. Really? That sounds like a lot of work. I really can only eat a handful of things. It's the least I can do for being so pushy about you having children. I want to do anything I can to help you. Once that baby's here, you're gonna wish you had time to have fun like this. We need to have a party while you still can. Please, let me throw you a little celebration. All right. We'll be over your place this weekend if it's really not a problem. Of course it's not. Leave everything to me. Before then, could you send me a list of the foods you have been able to eat lately? I'm gonna make everything for you. Plus, if there's anything else you want to try and see if you can eat, let me know. Will do. Thank you so much. It won't be a very long list, though. Honestly, I'll just be happy getting together with everyone. Don't be so humble. We're gonna throw a nice little party. This is how it was when I was pregnant. You gotta celebrate things like this before you lose the chance. I'm making a lot. You better come hungry.
Summer, what's going through your head? My mom is sitting at the table crying right now. Come back so we can all talk about this.
Leave her. I don't care that she's crying. I'm almost home. I'm not coming back.
I don't understand why you have to be so rude. I can't believe you threw the cake my mom made for you in the garbage. You didn't look remorseful at all when you were doing it either. And what did, phew, that was a close one, even mean?
I didn't do anything wrong.
How can you say that? Did you see that spread of food my mom cooked for you? It looked like a buffet. Don't you appreciate what she did for us? She made everything you said you could eat, plus food for everyone else. And do you know why? It was an apology for all the time she was rude to us for not having children yet.
Apology? She's not sorry for anything. If anything, it's even worse now. I think she's mad or something because I'm pregnant.
What are you saying? There's no way. Did you see how happy she was until you threw her cake away?
I'm sorry if this offends you, but when we have our baby, I don't want her anywhere near it.
What did she ever do to you? You still haven't explained yourself.
Everything! Her attitude towards me has always been nasty and rude. Plus, that whole fake celebration was borderline sociopathic. Now I know for a fact she isn't sorry for a damn thing she's ever done. I can't take her anymore. Of course I threw away that cake. I had no other choice.
I've heard enough from you. You need to come back here, get down on your hands and knees, and apologize to my mother. No matter how rude you think she's been to you, throwing away a cake she worked hard to make you is so disrespectful.
I have to apologize to her? To the woman who threatened the life of our child? I'd rather die than apologize to her.
What are you talking about? What do you mean, threaten the life of our child?
Did you see what was in that cake?
It was a cheesecake. So, cheese.
She used unpasteurized cheese. It was also uncooked.
How does that change anything?
Pregnant women can't eat anything unpasteurized, especially if it hasn't been cooked. There's a bacteria called listeria that's really dangerous for pregnant women to eat. If I would have eaten that, it could have seriously harmed the baby. Or even worse, we could have lost the baby because of it. Thank God I went to go get something out of the fridge and saw she had unpasteurized cheese.
Are you serious? But I've seen you eat cheese recently.
Yeah, cooked, pasteurized cheese is fine. That's what I ate. It's unpasteurized stuff that's really dangerous and should be avoided.
Even so, did you have to throw it out right in front of her? You could have at least just politely refused or said you were full.
Do you remember what she sent us when we first told her we got pregnant?
Yeah, but I guess those were the kinds of things she had when she was pregnant. Times were different back then.
She sent me raw liver, caffeine pills, and some weird Chinese vitamins that I couldn't even read. I told her I couldn't eat the liver, but she kept sending it. Later on, I told her I wasn't going to use the other stuff she sent, but she sent even more. I explained to her how I have to be really careful with what I put in my body and how the things she sent aren't good for pregnant women. But she kept insisting it was all good for pregnant women and that I should use it all.
Wow.
I really didn't know what to make of it. It felt like she was harassing me, but at the same time, she seemed really happy I was pregnant. But what she did today confirms my suspicions. I don't even want to think about what would have happened if I didn't see that cheese in the fridge. Not only that, I recognized the packaging. It was from Fresh Farm Supermarket, which is an hour away from her house. No other supermarket around here sells unpasteurized cheese. She went there on purpose to get it.
So, she knew what she was doing? She intentionally tried to give you something that could harm our baby?
That's what it looks like. It's not even like she put it in something I'd notice right away. If it was like alcohol or something, I'd be able to tell. She tried to sneak it in and bet on me not noticing. Now I'm freaking out about if she put any other bad stuff in the rest of the food she gave to me tonight. This has to be illegal, right?
This is so crazy. Do you really think she'd do that?
At first, I didn't think she would. Especially after how much she pestered and dug into us about having kids. But it's very clear she hates the fact I'm pregnant for some reason. Or maybe she just hates me in general. I'm never going to forgive her for this. Don't even try to change my mind.
Summer, I'm really sorry for taking my mom's side at first. I never thought she'd do anything like this. I thought you two were finally building a good relationship with one another now that you're pregnant.
I wish that were the case. Apparently, she has no intentions of trying to get close to me. Part of me even feels bad for throwing out a cake she made. That's how badly I wish we could have had a good relationship. But I'll absolutely never forgive her for what she tried to do.
You have every right not to. I'm sorry I didn't realize what was going on.
It's not your fault at all. I wish I would have made a bigger deal about everything that was going on. I don't regret anything I did tonight.
You don't have to ever see her again if you don't want to. I'll talk to her.
Are you sure?
That monster put my pregnant wife through all this stress and tried to harm my unborn child. She's gonna be the one getting down on her hands and knees begging me for forgiveness. I'm sorry for saying you should have been the one to apologize. I was shocked because I'd never seen my mom cry like that before. Probably because those were fake tears. It was all part of her act.
Even if you talk to her, I bet she's going to deny all of it. But I know the truth. I know she made it on purpose. Although the only evidence I'm going off is that cheese I saw, I technically can't prove that she used it.
Don't worry about that. Leave it to me. She's never coming near you ever again.
Summer, sorry about the other day. I guess I got a little carried away. It was only meant to be a little joke. A joke, huh? That's right. You know I always like to joke around. If I say sorry, you'll forgive me, won't you? I don't want an apology. It's pointless. I have absolutely no intention of forgiving you for what you did. Don't worry about me. Save your energy. It's especially because I'm worried about you that I want to apologize. Not to mention my husband and Phil are quite angry with me. Phil said he wanted nothing to do with me anymore. I don't blame him after what you did. Phil told me he checked your phone that night. He saw your search history, specifically foods that are bad for pregnant women. That's all the evidence we need to prove it was on purpose. Which is exactly why I'll never forgive you for what you did. I said it was just a joke. It's not like a little cheese was going to kill you. Back in my day, we practically drank milk straight from the cow. Don't you think you're overreacting a bit? No, I don't. At all. It's one thing if you really didn't know that kind of cheese was bad for me. But you searched for it. You saw that it was bad, and you purposefully still gave it to me despite knowing it was harmful. You were on our backs annoying us practically every day for not having kids yet. But when we finally get pregnant, this is what you do? It wasn't targeted at the child. It was just a little joke meant for you. I thought it would be funny if you had diarrhea or gas or something. You knew damn well it was a risk for the baby. I've told you from the beginning, there are things that pregnant women should never eat. It was never about how it would affect me. It's always been about what would happen to the baby. What you did was unbelievable and unforgivable. If you don't forgive me, Phil or my husband won't either. You don't have to actually forgive me. Just say that you did so they'll stop being angry with me. If you do that, I promise I'll stop my funny little jokes on you. Regardless, that's all going to stop anyway. You can't play your jokes on me anymore now that I've decided to cut you out of my life and never see you again. Don't be silly. We'll see each other once the baby is born. Absolutely not. I have no idea what you'll try and do to the baby. I don't trust you. I would never do anything to harm my little grandson. You already tried. And there's no telling what you'll do next time. I'm not willing to take that risk. To be honest, I'm terrified. Well, none of this would have happened if you just had kids earlier. You're lucky he's with an older woman like you. And you're also lucky you got pregnant at all at your age. I have no idea why he chose to marry you when there are plenty of other, younger women out there. You never liked me from the start, did you? You harassed me every chance you could about me not being pregnant. And now that I am, it's gotten even worse. But it all makes sense now. You just had an irrational hatred towards me since the beginning. I just wanted my little boy to be happy. I'm a bit surprised you took such offense to all my little jokes. Oh, are you? Sorry about that. I suppose I went a little too far. But I really wasn't trying to harm the baby in any way. I hope you'll accept this apology. I promise to treat you with more kindness from now on. I've already told you plenty of times. You're never going to see me again, so it doesn't matter if you want to treat me better from now on. I don't consider you family anymore. You're just a monster trying to ruin my life. It's very disrespectful to reject someone's apology, you know. I knew he should have married an obedient younger woman. Older women have no respect. Sure, that's great. It changes nothing. If you don't forgive me, I'm going to go to your house every day. Phil has work every day, so you'll be alone at home. I'm going to come there every day until you accept my apology. Oh yeah? Be my guest. Really? Sure. Although I think it would be rude to leave the house while you have company. It sounds like your mother-in-law is going to be staying with you for a while. What? Why would my mother-in-law stay with me? Well, after everything that you've done, Phil, your husband, and I decided it would be best to keep a watchful eye over you. She may be up there in age, but she's a tough woman. Well, when it comes to dealing with you, at least. I told her about what you've put me through. I got the okay from both your husband and his mother already. What's the meaning of this? Is this a joke? You just love jokes, don't you? But no, this is very much happening. If there's one person that'll protect me from your jokes, it's her. Please tell her not to come. I already promised I wouldn't do anything to you again. Just please keep her away. I heard all about how you two got into a huge fight when you got pregnant with Phil. It sounded like she was doing a lot of the same things you did to me, like trying to make you eat and do things because it's what she did when she was pregnant. She was pregnant like 50 years ago. Her way of thinking was so outdated. We just didn't see eye to eye. Either way, it seems like she realized times have changed and she decided to stop pushing her way of doing things onto you. She said things have come a long way since she was pregnant. You should have seen the look on her face when I told her about you making that cake. I thought she was going to run over to your house and kill you. All right, enough. I know what I did was wrong. I promise never to see you again. Just please call off her coming here. It's a little too late to do that. And it's also too late to take back what you've done to me. I don't understand why you won't accept my apology. Like I've already said 100 times, it was just a joke. Sure, just a joke, right? Now that you've done that joke, you can try out your new material on your mother-in-law. After that, my grandmother-in-law started living with Phil's parents. In the meantime, we had a beautiful baby boy without any interference from my mother-in-law. My grandmother-in-law is watching over my mother-in-law like a hawk. There was no way she was leaving the house to come try to see our baby. She really came in and saved the day. Phil's father had enough of the way his wife treated me. After the baby was born, he decided to get a divorce from her. Some people might say there's no point in getting divorced that late in life, but I don't blame him. Although my mother-in-law has already said she flat-out refuses to get divorced, it's gonna be a long, drawn-out process for sure. We agreed to help him however we can to get the whole thing over with. In the meantime, we moved into our new house. We had a proper celebration this time to welcome our beautiful new son into the world. Without her, of course. To be honest, I really wish things worked out between the two of us. I wanted us to have a good relationship. But now that she's out of our lives, I've had so much less stress and I've never been happier. I can spend all my energy raising a family and taking care of the people who I love. I'm gonna be the best mother I can be for my little boy. I'll use my mother-in-law as a model for exactly what not to do as a parent. Oh, by the way, I can never look at cheesecake the same way.